So you have a friend, but things just don't feel like how they used to before. And you instinctively feel like something isn't right, that you are being taken advantage of. And you know in your gut that you need to end this friendship. How do you do it? How do you end a friendship? This is what this video is going to talk about. Hi, my name is Ritu. On this channel, we talk about karma and relationships and fixing your relationships so you can have a better life. So today I'm going to talk about how to break up with a friend you know is not good for you anymore. The first sign that you have to break up with a friend is that in your gut you feel like you are being taken advantage of. That is the first most biggest red flag. The second sign is that you are not seeing eye to eye anymore. You are feeling like you're getting kind of disrespected in every other conversation that you have. When the disrespect starts to come above the surface, when it becomes so obvious that you can't ignore it anymore, that's the second big sign that you need to end this friendship. I'm going to tell you exactly how I have done this in the past and going to share with you what the reaction from my friend was and how that whole relationship progressed before the breakup, how the breakup happened, and what happened afterwards. First of all, how to break up with a friend correctly and how not to break up with a friend. I have done both, so I can share with you my personal experience. How not to do it. Don't drunk text your friend saying, "You don't love me anymore, it's not the same between us anymore, I can't believe it, I want to have a break." I swear to God, this is what I have done to one of my best friends before. I'm not proud of it, but that's just how our breakup happened. It wasn't just one-sided. It was clear that she also needed space from me. It was clear that we needed time apart from each other, not just me from her. But that was just the wrong way for me to do it. Drunk texting my friend. She was living in another country at the time, going through major life changes. Meanwhile, I was also going through major life changes, and the two of us just weren't in the same life stage anymore, so we just didn't understand each other. So that's how not to break up with a friend. How to break up with a friend, which has also worked for me in the past, is to slowly cut all communication. This is going to feel so hard for you. This is going to go against your grain because you are so used to texting each other every day. You're so used to sending a message, "Hey, how was your day?" Or "How is it at the office?" Or "How is your situation with your mom?" Or whatever it is. You're so used to messaging each other every day and having that habit, like some people can't drive a car without smoking their cigarette, or some people can't walk to work without their coffee in their hand. It's like that. It becomes such a habit part of your life to check in with your friend every day. So it feels really difficult to stop that. But if you want to end this relationship in the right way, then this is the way to do it. Slowly stop messaging. Just when you pick up your phone and you want to send that message, "Hey, how's your day?" or whatever your thing is, just maybe take a day off every other day. Then when that person starts to message you, "Hey, what's up? You haven't responded," ignore that text. I know it's rude in a way, but this is your strategy to break up with your friend nicely, without a confrontation, without that drunk text or whatever that I did. "You don't love me anymore. I need a break. I'm freaking out. You're freaking out." This is the way to do it peacefully. I'm not saying that this, without airing out the situation, without being completely honest with each other, the chapter will be closed forever. That's probably not going to happen. You're probably going to have a conversation with each other down the line and talk about exactly why you needed this break. But this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it with avoiding conflict and confrontation now. So I'd like to share two examples of situations, real life situations where I had to break up with a friend before, with two separate people. One of them was my best friend, my kind of sister from another family, you can say. And we were friends for like 10 years. Our families are all intertwined together, and we really are karmic friends. I have a whole blog post about what karmic friendship is. I'll link to it below. Please have a read, because there is a very high chance you're in a karmic friendship when the need for you to break up with this friend arises. There's a high chance this is a karmic friendship, so you need to know what that is for you. Read that blog. My friend had moved and she was just in a new life stage, and I was in a new life stage. I was going through a spiritual awakening. I had a very fast-paced work life. Meanwhile, my friend was just in a different life phase where she was building a family and so on, and building her career in a different way. So we just didn't understand each other anymore. And this is where the problem happened. Our balance between give and take got disrupted. Normally, usually our friendship worked like this. We would take turns giving to each other more or less. So normally I was probably more of a taker in many, many ways, because she was very strong and she could really carry my emotional needs often. And I was also giving to her more than she was giving to me, perhaps maybe in the social scene or in other ways where I was her shoulder to lean on. In this situation where our life was just different, the balance between give and take got totally disrupted. In this life stage, I wanted to take. That's just the life stage I was in at the moment. I wanted her to kind of mother me. Meanwhile, she was now a mom of her own actual children. So of course she couldn't like mother an adult friend, So of course we were completely mismatched. And that's when the whole drunken text thing happened. It was me saying, "You don't love me anymore. I can't believe it." And she's like, "I can't believe it. You are being so needy and selfish right now. And meanwhile, I'm going through all these changes and hardships in my life," which is absolutely true. So what happened down the line with this friend, she is so important to me. I eventually, years later, like 5-6 years later, reached back out and apologized. I apologized saying, "Look how things ended between us. I'm not very proud of it. And I know things will never be the same again, but I want to still be in your life and I want you to still be in my life." And she responded positively. Thank God for that. And now we are in kind of loose acquaintance level. We check in with each other once every couple of months. We just care about each other, but from a distance. And that's also good. This just shows how a friendship progresses, the lifespan of a friendship. It needed to go through this like big romance period where we were besties and we were so in each other's lives. We lived together, we cooked together, we ate together, we went out together, we holidayed, vacationed together. And then we both went off in our own ways, made our own lives, and we needed to really separate from each other. And now we've come back together again when we're kind of in a similar life stage again, when we have empathy for each other again. So this is one scenario. The second scenario, when I had to break up with a friend, is when I realized the balance between give and take was off. I was giving much, much more than I was receiving. And this was my sign. The thing is, I didn't even see it. My partner had to open my eyes to it. And he had to say, "Look, this person just like dumps all their problems on you and expects you to listen, have sympathy, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, what are they giving to you? Have they ever asked you how you're doing? Have they checked in on you recently?" And I realized, no, she hadn't. She hadn't asked me how my health was. She hadn't asked me how my kids were. She hadn't asked me how my relationship was going. She hadn't asked me how my life was going, how I was doing in this life stage, in this stage of our friendship. Formerly in our friendship, she definitely was a giver and I was a giver also. We were giving and taking at the same level. And that worked. In that way, we were balanced. Now suddenly she was taking and not giving at all. And this went on for more than a year. And at that stage, you really have to decide, okay, do I just allow myself to get drained and sucked dry? Or do I cut this off and preserve my energy, my strength, my love, and my attention, my time for what's actually important, for the people who are actually important to me now? So in that scenario, what I did is I slowly reduced communication. Now, as I said before, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have the difficult conversation later in the future. We probably will. And until I do, it's always going to be in the back of my head somewhere that I've left this tie loose, if you know what I mean. But for now, this is the best way that worked for me to have a conflict-free, confrontation-free breakup with a friend. I hope this video helped you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. This channel talks about really fixing your relationships so you can let go of emotional baggage, move forward in your life, and take purposeful steps for a happier life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.